Thursday from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati.
Before game number 8,
This is
the 24
NFL 21.
between the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. We are in Cincinnati, Ohio. Not just noticing after
We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of the Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of the sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gunn with Charles Davis. And Charles, we got two teams here that finished at the bottom of the standings last year. But remember this, 15 of the last 16 seasons, we've seen at least one team go from the bottom of their division to the top in one season.
Last year we had two, Chicago and Houston. These two teams playing now, they think they can do the exact same thing this year and make it 16 out of 17 seasons.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Jaguars offense for the first time with Gardner Minshew, a Washington State product, leading the way.
I know that people like him, and he's kind of a phenomenon in the league as Gardner Minshew. But I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how well he plays the game of football at the quarterback spot. Remember, he was a 6th-round pick, and a surprise 6th-round pick at that. More than held his own as a rookie after Nick Foles' broken clavicle forced him onto the field in the second quarter of Week 1. The Jaguars went 6-6 with him as a starter at 12 opportunities. Now they've got a chance to continue to progress and move forward with Gardner Minshew leading their team.
Well, first carry here for Robinson. And he'll be out right at the 35. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 24-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you did it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Down again is Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. But a completion there lines up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and throw the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Alex Erickson deep for. the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU, Joe Burrow, the number 1 overall back in April.
I mean, talk about the traits that make Joe Burrow successful. You got to start with his head. This guy thinks the game, sees the game, loves the game. Then you go to the arm. He can make every throw. And then within a play, second and third reaction plays that are big ones downfield. That was why he won the Heisman Trophy, and that was why I voted for him, in addition to him winning a national championship.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Does a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Well, first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. On the right side, caught by Green. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. With the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's correct, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL 2018, 9th last year. I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Five yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
On 2nd down, Burrow, and clock, right side, Green. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's holding in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Bernard getting the handoff for Burrow. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. First and goal from just inside the 5. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Taking it in from 4 yards out. As his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, and his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. Now Bullock will send it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line for the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the joy of that Week 1 victory has really faded into somewhat of a cold reality, CD. They lose their 4th straight game, Week 5. This one 30-14 over the previously winless Houston Texans. And I hate to say this for the fans that are cheering on Jacksonville, but I think we can safely say they are who we thought that they were.
Wow. I like that. Did you just drop that big elbow like that? But you did. You didn't, couch it with you hated to say, right?
I did, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against Jacksonville, but they got off to that first Week 1 victory, and then it's been downhill. His NFL career in a Bengals uniform before joining the Jags in the offseason. In his best year with the Bengals, 2015, he had 52 catches that year, 13 touchdowns, and his lone Pro Bowl bid to date. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for the offense, partner.
Nice job holding the one after that 8-yard pickup on first down. A little run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 36. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Thompson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Minshew. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. And down inside the 15 it goes. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now left side of the swing pass. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. It'll be Minshew again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew on target to DJ Chark. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes the offense again for Cincinnati. The Bengals 1-3-1 now following a 27-3 loss to division rival Baltimore Week 5. And Joe Burrow, coming off that string of 3 straight 300-yard games, looked more like a rookie in this one. 3 for under 200 with sacked 7 times. The offense also punted 7 times. They could not find the end zone. And see, they looked so good through some of the early games. This is the first time that they really got stepped on.
It is, and that's what you expect with a rookie quarterback and a team that's still having to replenish talent. This Bengals team has played hard. They've been aggressive throughout. They put it over their heads in a sense at certain occasions. But they were playing Baltimore. This is one of the better teams in the league, one of the better defenses. Shouldn't be a major surprise that the young quarterback would struggle against that team. Sacked 7 times, it probably could have been 10 or more. So they're fortunate that didn't happen. But I still like the future. And if you're a Bengals fan, you should too. You got your quarterback. They just have to keep drafting well, signing the right free agents, and they'll get back into the fray in the AFC North. At Indy next week, home for Cleveland and Tennessee. So the schedule's still doing them no favors.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And Minshew, he's got to complete to Thompson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew, and complete to Chris Conley. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And taken down by the Bengal pressure. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. A free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last round of defense against the long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Minshew sets to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they're all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, we'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-yard score. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
It is such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Nixon will get it to start the second half. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Arden Tate. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A game there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy that paid off the play, don't we? Got caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely with a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Burrow going to give this to Nixon, and he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop a pull. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first one. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this high. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll throw from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Try to keep.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, Thompson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it down with Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run here with Robinson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew, rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Bynes leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. Looking to throw it. Minshew to Thompson on the screen. And he gets this over to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time to see if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And able to find Green. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, we used to see him the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there at a Bengal first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. A catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle that time by Sidney Jones. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Green's got it over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. As big of a play as we've had of this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Burrow will throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Get to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. And that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Going deep for Eifert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But when you get a tight end who can run, you got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here we go with Burrow. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for only a couple.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. On the slant, complete to Green. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as a snapper with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And they get it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And I'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will ring him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final drive.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it up with a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Well, they have it the Bengals winners over the Jaguars 10-7. We got on this show and I'll be back with another live video after when I set this up. So we'll be back in a few minutes.